Strategy number 1 is define it. Defining it is about being crystal clear, specific, and intentional. Imagine that you're seeking competitive pricing intel. Instead of settling on a vague understanding, define exactly what you're after. In this example, we want to know the competitor's name, price, the issue date, the terms, and crucially, we want to compare it to our own pricing and understand its impact on our business. This strategy applies to every type of intel: competitor product intelligence, competitor marketing intelligence, competitor sales activities. You want to define what you mean by each type of competitive intelligence. And by sharpening that definition, what you're doing is providing employees with a very precise target that they can aim for. And you make it easy for them to deliver high quality, accurate information. Strategy number 2 is score it. This is where we take qualitative anecdotes and turn them into quantitative data. How do we do it? Through a 4-point scale. You see, it's crucial to avoid the trap of offering 3 or 5 options. Research tells us that people tend to cluster around the middle option whenever it's presented as a choice. Instead, we want to push them above or below that middle dividing line. That's where the 4-point scale comes into play. Let's apply it to the strategy of competitive pricing intelligence. We have multiple opportunities to do it, to use this 4-point scale. And for instance, here, what we've done is created 4 relative choices for comparing competitor prices to ours. So an employee just taps to say the competitor's price is worse, it's equivalent, better, or significantly better. The real magic of the 4-point scale, it's when you delve in to make a business decision. Imagine being able to know this pricing issue arose 123 times this month, and 83% of the time, business was likely lost or lost. Strategy number 3 is time it. When it comes to sharing competitive intelligence, time is of the essence. We all know how precious and scarce it can be. So it's your job as the competitive intelligence professional to make the most of everyone's time. What we want to do here is streamline the process of sharing so it only takes a few quick taps in less than a minute of their time. Imagine that the employee only needs to write out the terms. The rest is shared with a tap. The competitor name is chosen with a tap. The date is chosen with a tap. Pricing comparison and business impact, tap, tap. There are no lengthy narratives or complex explanations that have to be written. Less than a minute and they're done sharing. Strategy number 4, connect it. Imagine a scenario where employees contribute their competitive intelligence from wherever they prefer to work. That could be Microsoft Teams or Slack or their CRM system like Salesforce, or even a simple web browser or mobile app. The key is to meet them where they are without forcing them into a new system, by allowing them to share the intel from their existing platforms. What you're going to be doing is eliminating the need for additional steps. The increased convenience and accessibility for them has a profound impact on their willingness to share. It results in more valuable competitive intelligence being shared more frequently and by more employees. Strategy number 5 is share it. To truly build competitive advantage, everyone across the organization must be powered to consume and use the competitive intelligence. One of the biggest mistakes companies make is a lack of transparency. If insights are shared by employees, if they disappear into the proverbial black hole or are sitting waiting to be analyzed and synthesized and published about, those insights aren't easy to consume. So how do we fix this? We make competitive intelligence automatically shared and easy to consume. The key is to deliver the intel in its raw state, the most lightweight and consumable form possible, like a data feed. By doing so, you create an environment where everyone is continuously learning. People absorb the intel and incorporate the information into their decision making. That empowerment transforms organizations into ones that act rationally and confidently with a transparent view of the competitive landscape. Strategy 6, recognize it. Building competitive advantage requires that companies recognize the contributions of those who share the valuable insights and drive tangible results. By acknowledging and celebrating these efforts, we're creating a culture that encourages the sharing of competitive intelligence. Some companies do this by sharing a weekly highlight on Slack or Teams, one that acknowledges both the people who shared and the insights or the outcomes that came out as a result. By connecting the dots between the intelligence and results, what you're doing is demonstrating the value of each contribution, and it's a very powerful incentive for participation. When people see the impact that the collective contributions are making, they take personal credit for those successes, and their willingness to share continues to increase and grow. Strategy 7 is model it. This is where we enlist employees to lead by example. One effective approach is to identify champs, people who are already engaged and willing to model the behavior you want from everyone. So by enlisting champions, you create a ripple effect. Their actions and behaviors will serve as a model for others to follow. Those individuals can have a profound impact on the entire company and its ability to truly build competitive advantage.